So we're here in Immenstadt, Germany, in the wind tunnel, and today we're going to do some testing and trying to find some more watts to save.
For the whole measurement setup, we have first of all a few cameras to capture her position, keep track of all the changes that we do, and also one camera that is filming her all the time, and the projector at the front that will visualize her from the side view so that we can make sure, or Daniela also has a chance to see what her current position is, that she always keeps the same head position and so on for repeatability. And then we have our own measurement rake here in the back that will move from the side to the other side, so basically going behind her, and we can keep track of what's happening with the flow, where we have turbulences, and can visualize that to understand what's going on, not just get a difference in watts, but also to understand where the difference is coming from, to actually be able to react to that and make the best possible changes, and not just be guessing what's happening. Yeah.
How much is the continued gain year after year?
It's really hard to say, and usually the better the baseline setup is, the less we expect in terms of what that we can still gain. Last year we were a little bit surprised with the cockpit and the hydration setup. We gained quite a lot, I think like 17 watts, which is great achievement and very surprising with a position and an athlete that was already pretty good. I think this year we don't have big changes that we can do, and also the rules have changed a little bit, so we adapt to that and try to still improve, and we will see how much we can find today.
So now we have everything according to the race setup, testing of course the race suit with the race helmet and the bottles, and today we are actually going to test a few more details on the cockpit, just trying to see if we can improve that a little bit more, also on the position of the bottle, if it's better having it further back or a little bit further front. I personally prefer to have further back because then I can have my chin in front of the straw and go really low with the head if you need to. But we also need to see now if that's actually faster than having the bottle a bit further in the front. Then we're going to test the bottle system, and we do know that it's fast to have it behind the seat, but if it's going to be a double or a single for saving the weight, I will try to just use one bottle as a carb concentrate, so we could also reduce it to one bottle in terms of aerodynamic. And I heard that the Swiss side developed something new in this area, so I actually don't know it yet, but we're going to see and of course test it.
So how do these tests run through? What are the different steps in doing the testing?
We will start with the baseline, which we know the numbers, see if that's still the same, and then from there we will do runs, so it will be front side to test also the frontal aspect of the aerodynamics, but also the side wind, because often in a race you have side wind. That's how we do the run, and then once we have the run done, we change, do something on the position or on the bike, and then we test the next step, and that we'll go through all of this, and then the morning will be already done.
How many runs do you usually get through?
Depends. It's going to be cold today. It's 10 degrees outside, and I'm going to have the wind blowing into my face at 45 k an hour, and I'm in a race suit, so we'll see how long I will last. But normally it's like 5 hours, and there'll be a lot of runs, so it's always on, off, on, off.
So what's the goal here?
Practice being ballerina.
The goal is to make a wind stopper.
Ooh. I'm glad I don't have to breathe too much.
Just saying.
So yeah, this will help to keep me a little bit warm.
Super cold in here.
It's quite fresh. I thought it was summer or spring. We'll get through it.
So how did the baseline look?
I think I heard we pretty much where we stopped, and we stopped in a really, really good place last year. So now I think we're there. and now we can start from here. We've been in the wind tunnel for 7 years, and there's actually 7 things which I changed in the last 7 years, and that helped me to gain 42 watts. So first, I mean, we have the AI2 now, which compared to the AI1 is around 4 watts faster. So that gave me definitely a bit of an advantage just with the bike. 3 watts with the wheels, which were improved by TT Swiss in the last 7 years. As well, me being able to ride deeper rims really helped as well to be aerodynamically faster. Then I had my helmet, which is now the one I'm wearing, saved me 5 watts. So it's another big advantage to compare to the first one I wore. Then I think one really important part is to have the bottles in frame was a lot slower than have them here. So by just changing that, we could save 8 watts. And that was a few years ago. And now in the last year, we could improve the cockpit and we could save 12 watts. So that was a huge improvement on the aerodynamics. We have the calf sleeves, which gave another 5 watts for my calves. And the suit from QZ 36.5, which compared to the one in 2017 gave me another 5 watts. So that's altogether 42 watts. 42 watts is 21 minutes on 180K. So it's really a lot, and I think it shows that the work over the years really helped. And that's pretty much the baseline now. And from here, we're going to try to improve. It will be hard to get more because, of course, it's already very detailed. So yeah, we're hunting. So we had this tested like we expected, 1 or 2 bottles, there's no difference, which is a good news. That gives me flexibility to either save weight or go for the kind of safer option to go with 2 bottle cages on the back. So that's no gains here, but also good to know that both options are a good option. We saved 3 watts on the bottle position on the front from the torpedo. So having it further back was actually faster, which is really to my liking because I can then also have the chin more forward, and even in sections where I don't need to look forward, I can go even lower, which is another advantage. 3 watts is 45 seconds, so it's a small gain, but it's definitely relevant.
And what are the next tests?
Björn had some creativity. So we are going to try a double cage mount that gives another opportunity. So if I decide saving weight on the back, I can then actually have the second bottle in the front. There might be a good chance that this is faster. So we do know that blocking the hole between your arms is aerodynamically beneficial. So it will be interesting if that's gonna give another gain. Yes.
Okay, we're done.
Yes, we're done. So yeah, let's wrap this up. We had a good day. We didn't expect to find much because we improved a lot over the years, but a little bit like I expected, we could not find a difference between 2 or 1 bottle, which is a good thing. We found that actually the bottle further back is faster than having it more between, which was actually a bit surprising. I was expecting that it would be slower. And yeah, the most surprising thing was Björn's experiment. So we had this special construct from Björn with 2 bottles in the front, which kind of closes the gap under my belly. And that was, I think it was 4 watts faster. So that's really big. That's 1 minute on 180K, around that, which is really hard to find. And I think I'm really happy with this. And now good to see that the setup is still as good as it was last year, because it was really good last year. And now I feel we can get these little details with the experiment. We will have to test it outside if it's possible to ride like this. So that's also, of course, important that it's also rideable on the street. But if it is, then we have a really great solution. So yeah, I'm really happy. Thanks to all my partners. I definitely feel like I have the best material. Over the years, I'm pretty sure my body got a bit slower, but with having all these tests, and we saw it before, like we have around, so that's 23 minutes, which I now saved over the last 7 years, which is really crazy if you think that's just aerodynamics on the bike. And yeah, maybe I have to still work on the legs, and hopefully I'll get them ready, and then we can hope for some great things. Yeah, so thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the secrets. I definitely tried to show more now, and I think I really put it out there with all the gains we had over the years. And yeah, if you have any comments, just comment below and we'll try to answer your questions.